Guys, if you depend on a freedom stick for your self-defense, whether it's a concealed carry or home defense, or you carry a freedom stick in your car, it is a very wise decision to have a powerful organization back you up in case you ever have to use that freedom stick. Almost 3 years ago, I joined the USCCA, and it was one of the smartest decisions I ever made because I carry concealed everywhere, just about everywhere I go. The thing about a self-defense situation is that you and I would be relying on the police that arrive on scene. They would be the ones that interpret and determine whether any laws were broken in the process. And we all know how bad witnesses can be. You know, someone might say, hey, it was a guy, he was 6 feet tall wearing all black clothing. And then you ask the next person who says they saw the same thing, and they're like, no, it was a female. She was 4 feet tall and she was wearing a white shirt and blue jeans. You can have witnesses that come up with two different scenarios, but yet they say they saw the same thing. And then think about this possibility, because this has happened as well. You could have false witnesses. You could have the suspect's family, the family members that want to protect that suspect. So they're going to give false witness and say it was you that caused the whole situation and they were the victim. And this is where having an attorney on your side plays a valuable role in your protection. And not just any attorney, but a Second Amendment self-defense attorney that is already on standby in case you ever need to call them. This is where having the USCCA in your corner is extremely valuable. Consider this self-defense situation play out. Imagine you're in bed at night. Your family is asleep. All of a sudden you hear a noise and you realize there is someone breaking into your house. You instantly reflect back on your training. You grab your freedom stick that you've trained with and you qualified with, and your tactical flashlight. Before you have a chance to even call 911, your bedroom door bursts open, and in that door frame stands an angry intruder with a large knife. Your training kicks in, and you yell the command, stop, don't move. Your tactical light temporarily blinds the assailant, but he ignores your command, and he lunges towards you. Once again, your training kicks in, and you press the trigger to stop the threat. Your children hear the gunshots and immediately retreat to the designated safe zone that you have shown them. As your spouse calls 911, the adrenaline is pumping through your body. The police arrive and you calmly point out the threat and the evidence. You've stopped the violent attacker, but then it is you that gets arrested. You get arrested and handcuffed. Just imagine sitting in the back of the squad car. You just saved your family from an experience that could have shattered their entire lives. Yet you are the one being arrested and charged with a crime. The good news is, with the USCCA membership, you can call the critical response team. They're ready 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to assist you if you've ever been forced to use legal self-defense. They can connect you to your attorney, or one from the USCCA Attorney Network that is comprised of over 1,200 attorneys in all 50 states, so you can get back to your normal life. I'm sure you've seen several YouTube videos, if not several YouTube ads from the USCCA that highlight true testimonies from people that have been protected by using the USCCA. But even so, with Florida being pretty good with gun laws, you could still find yourself in a situation where the outcome is not so clear-cut after a self-defense encounter. There are many stories out there where the suspect and the families provide, again, false witness testimonies to try and get out of their crime that they just committed. And then tell me that you've never heard this, but they also try to win a frivolous lawsuit. I mean, look at all the stuff that just happened in 2020. Last year, look at all the nonsense that just happened around the entire country. All of the peaceful protests, all of the peaceful riots, and all of the peaceful demonstrations that happened around the country. Look at all the mobs that showed up to the people's houses that aimed to intimidate and harass people. Look at all the innocent people that were in the wrong place at the wrong time. Now put yourself in that situation. What would you do? If this horrible situation ever was to happen to you, let's say in the next 5 minutes, what would you do? Who would you call? What would you say to the police when they arrived? Would you possibly incriminate yourself on the police officer's body cam? And could you afford the attorney's retainer fee to even get started on your protection, on your self-defense case? And what if you were detained and then arrested? Could you afford the bail to get out of jail? What would happen? So even if you're justified in your case of a freedom stick and you were found innocent, the fees can add up really quickly to protect you and your family. And that's something many people out there, including myself, aren't prepared to do financially. With the USCCA membership, you don't have to worry about any of this. They have your back from start to finish. After a self-defense situation, they will tell you what to say to the police and, more importantly, what not to say to the police until your attorney arrives. And once that attorney arrives, they will handle the situation for you so that you are protected from leaving in cuffs, and then you can get to go home to your family. You know, like I said, I've had the membership for over 3 years. And when I picked an attorney, I thought maybe I'd have to wait for an attorney to show up from a big city like Miami or Orlando or Tampa or whatever have you, right? No, there's a lot of attorneys to pick from, and there happens to be one literally 5 minutes down the road. It's insane. So if something were to happen around here, let's say at my house where I had to use a self-defense situation, I would call that critical response team and that attorney would be dispatched to me. And it would probably take maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes for him to get dressed and get to my location. And that time is valuable. That is something I won't ever get back. I don't have to wait an hour for an attorney to arrive from a big city. There's one right down the street. Their network is huge. So there's a good chance there's a self-defense attorney right down the street from you as well. But their protection doesn't stop there. So let's take a moment and go over what the USCCA has to offer and what kind of protection, what that protection is going to look like and how much it's going to cost you. As you can see, their webpage is full of good information right off the bat. Their webpage and their app is basically identical. So what you see on the webpage is what you're going to see on the app. So you can see right over here that you have the ability to add your CCW license to your USCCA account. And for me, I found this very helpful because it tells you, first of all, what the laws are for the state that you reside in. But second of all, it'll tell you, let's say you are a truck driver and you cross state lines all the time, or you travel to work, back and forth between different states. It'll let you know once you cross that state line what the laws are in that state as well, so you don't end up in a situation unknowingly where your safety and your freedom is ever jeopardized. They will tell you the different reciprocity among different states. So for example, here in Florida, we have reciprocity in a lot of states except for, the obvious ones, New York, California, all those states. I found this to be a very useful little tool, and I'm pretty sure you'll find it to be useful as well. So up top, you'll see a tab for training, and this is where you can unlock more training for you and your spouse. You'll be able to participate in the Protector Academy and unlock different levels as you progress through the programs. You'll also be able to search for and find different Freedom Stick classes in your area, as well as access the USCCA Training Vault that is jam-packed with valuable training videos. And of course, they have a store where you can purchase some accessories, such as apparel and other accessories at some really good prices. Not to mention their monthly digital and printed magazine that is delivered straight to you. But we haven't talked about the best things yet because I'm saving the best for last. As a USCCA member, you'll be given access to discounts to other Second Amendment friendly companies that non-members don't have access to. And some of those discounts include Sig Sauer, Pelican, Taser, 9-line, laser ammo, and the list goes on. I'm gonna put some up right here on the screen for you to look at. When you pull this up on your webpage, underneath each one of those companies will have a code for you to key into that person's website. Obviously, I blacked out the code so that way the code is not shared with non-members. This is specifically for members and it's part of your membership. And like I said, it's a great little tool. Who doesn't like saving money when you go shop at one of these websites? So just to recap, we talked about what the USCCA is all about and what kind of protection they offer. And we haven't really gone over the monthly fee. We talked about why it's worth the monthly fee, but we haven't talked about the actual monthly fee. So let's take a minute and deep dive into that. So I'm going to throw up a little B-roll so you guys can see exactly what it is that we're talking about. And here, the USCCA currently has 3 different memberships. The first one is going to be the gold membership. The second one is going to be the platinum membership. And then the last one, the best one, is going to be the elite membership. And then here you can see the different breakdowns which each membership gives you for that specific fee. So for me, I have the platinum membership and I pay $39 a month. You do get a discount if you pay the entire membership up front for the annual fee, or you could break it down into monthly fees, and it does charge you, I believe, $4 to $5 more per month if you choose to go that route. Every one of the memberships comes with a self-defense liability insurance. And here, we'll just go ahead and read it real quick. The USCCA helps responsible Americans like you prepare for what happens before, during, and after an act of lawful self-defense. In addition to offering education and training, the USCCA has purchased an insurance policy that provides the association and its members with self-defense liability insurance. These benefits provide more than 555,000 USCCA members with a peace of mind. So you get $2 million in self-defense liability each claim. That is your limit, $2 million for each claim. Also, $750 per day for loss of earnings. Of course, that is subject to each claim limit. So $750 per day is a big chunk of change. And then also a $250,000 defense expense limit. That is a lot of money for an attorney that is ready to back you up and help you in case you ever have a self-defense situation. So a $250,000 defense expense limit, $6,000 incidental expense limit, and $50,000 for the cost of bail. So that's a lot of money that, once again, not many people can just, afford, including myself. I can't just pull 50 grand out of my pocket and be like, hey, here's my bail, let me get out of jail. No, these people are on standby, and in case you ever need it, bada bing, bada boom, you have 50,000 limit to get bailed out of jail. And here's the best part about it, guys. So you can go ahead and sign up for this insurance, and then down the road, let's say a couple months down the road, it's something that you don't think you'll ever need, and you think you just want to go about it yourself, and you kind of have remorse signing up for this, and you think, oh, hey, I signed into a contract, and oh my God, I got a 2-year contract. No. On the contrary, if you have remorse, you can go ahead and refund your membership. Your USCCA membership is 100% risk-free. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Thanks to the USCCA Bulletproof Guarantee, you can take 365 days to make sure your membership is worth every penny. So once again, in case you didn't hear that, you have 365 days, you have 1 full year to make sure that your membership is worth every penny. If you're not fully satisfied, just let them know, and you'll receive a prompt and courteous refund. Now tell me what other company out there will say, hey, after 363 days of you paying us this monthly membership, for insurance in case anything ever happens, you're not satisfied? Man, don't worry about it. We'll get your money back to you. There ain't no other company out there like that. 100% 365-day risk-free, basically a trial membership. If you don't like it, get your money back. If you do like it, someone like me and the other 555,000 people, it is worth every penny to pay this insurance. Guys, thanks for watching this video, but I just want to reiterate one thing in case this thought's going through your mind. This video is in no way, shape, or form sponsored by USCCA. I'm not getting paid to do this video by USCCA. I am not affiliated with USCCA. The only affiliation I have with USCCA is my membership that I've had for almost 3 years, and that's it. They didn't ask me to make this video. I'm simply making this video on my own to let other people out there know that this insurance is well worth the money, especially in the climate that we're in right now, where politicians typically turn a blind eye to when chaos is erupting in the streets. And you might find yourself in that situation, almost like the hundreds of thousands of people that did during these peaceful riots. Their politicians, their elected officials, their mayors, their governors, their police chiefs turned a blind eye and pretended like nothing was happening, like their lives weren't being turned upside down. So this type of insurance to me is well worth it. For the $30 or $35 that I pay a month, it is well worth the money, and it helps give me that peace of mind knowing that if I ever had to use my freedom stick in a lawful self-defense situation, I immediately have someone on standby that's going to come and help me legally stay out of trouble, because I'm not a lawyer. I can't, formulate words together to keep me out of trouble. I might say something incriminating on the police officer's body cam where the suspect's attorney might use that against me. But having that Second Amendment attorney on my side is valuable. So guys, I hope you learned something. I hope you took away something valuable from this video. Do me a solid and hit that like and hit that subscribe so that help get this video out to more people, so we can get this message out to more people that there are good companies out there that have your best interest in mind. So guys, I appreciate everything you do for me. And one last thing before I go, if you want to check out the USCCA for more information and you want to do a little bit more research yourself, I'm going to drop a link down in the description for you to check out at your convenience. So guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next video.